Dr. Jaffe, where do we get the vitamin C that's used for PERQ potent C guard?
Well, all production of PERQ potency and all production of all PERQ products is domestic. It's US. Now, what I can tell you is that we set many years ago certain standards of identity. The ascorbate had to be all L-ascorbate, it had to be fully buffered and reduced, it had to have a certain balance of physiologic and essential minerals to go along with the ascorbate. In the 1980s, when we started and pioneered much of what we offer today, I knew where things came from. Today, whatever it says on the label, you'll never know. What you can do is what we do, which is set a consistent standard of identity batch by batch with third-party independent post-production tests to confirm that what we have required, because we set the standards, and it is all produced in the United States, and it all is the same in terms of its bioavailability, biofunctionality, of its standard of identity for decades. It's a fair question, because there are people who make up stuff. For example, not too long ago, a company claimed that they got their vitamin C from the United Kingdom. And yes, the barrels of raw material came from the United Kingdom, but we contacted that company. And they said, well, since you asked, we make a food-grade material as an additive for the feed of livestock, but we do not make pure vitamin C here in the United Kingdom. Actually, our best vitamin C comes from China. It took us a while because we wanted to know, was someone actually making high-grade, high-quality nature's vitamin C in the United Kingdom? Hasn't been done. Would not be economically viable to do it, but it hasn't been done for decades. The last, if I remember correctly, was that a division of Merck in Germany was using sugar beets to make ascorbate, which can be done. The last of that was roughly the early 1990s. And over the decades, people have claimed from time to time that they set a tank car aside of that Merck material, except Merck said no. They said, we know exactly where our material came from and where it went to, and no, nobody has, magically, produced it out of anything other than their imagination. So we know the standards of identity. We stand by the quality of our PERQ products. We would like to know, but I can tell you today in the global world and the way in which things move in the global world, you'll never know.